Good morning, students. Last class we learned about baker from Goa and tea from Assam. Then today we are going to learn about coorg. Actually, it is written by Dr. Lokesh Abral. He is a doctor, traveler, and social entrepreneur who loves India and likes writing about different places he visited in India. Coorg is in Karnataka and famous for coffee, rainforest, and spices. So he travels a lot. Then he likes to share his experience with the readers. Let us begin. Coorg is a coffee country famous for its rainforest and spices. Midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore sits a piece of heaven that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. See the writing, it's a beautiful place, Coorg, isn't it? It's a tourist spot. It is drifted from where? From the kingdom of God. What is drifted from? Drifted from means being carried along gently by air. Gently by, the place is carried along by whom? By air. From where? From the kingdom of God. Such a beautiful place. The weather is also very good. Midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore, in between Mysore and the coastal town of where? Mangalore, sits a piece of heaven. See, the writer is comparing that place to a heaven that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. From where it came, from where this place has come from? The place has come from, that is carried away by whom? By gently by the air. From where? From the kingdom of God. This land of rolling hills is inhabited by a proud race of martial men, beautiful women, and wild creatures. The ladies are very beautiful and the men are martial. Martial means having to do with war. Very efficient people. And wild creatures also there. Beautiful ladies are there. Very well built and brave men are there, as well as who are also there? Wild creatures also there. Coorg or Kodagu, the smallest district of Karnataka, is home to evergreen rainforest, spices and coffee plantations. Coorg or Kodagu is the smallest district. It is a small district of which state? Karnataka state. It's home of, what are the things there in the in that place, in the Coorg? Which are they? Evergreen forest are there, spices are there and coffee plantations are there. Evergreen forests cover 30% of this district. 30% is fully what? The rainforest. And during the monsoons, it pours enough to keep many visitors away. Monsoon season, people would visit which place? Coorg. And the season of joy commences from September and continues till March. So the season of joy starts from which month? The September month, and it lasts till which month? March month. The weather is perfect. Between March to September to March, people used to visit Coorg. Why? The weather is very good and with some showers thrown in for good measure. In between, some sort of rain is there, and the air breathes of invigorating coffee. Invigorating means giving strength of coffee. Coffee estates and colonial bungalows stands tucked under tree canopies in prime corners. Tucked means put. Canopies are roof-like coverings that form shelters. That is what is written about it. The coffee estates are there and the big bungalows are there, because when the colonies established there, that they constructed the bungalows. They are still there. And where are they? They are under tree canopies. They are all under the tree canopies. Lot of trees are there. So what is covering the these bungalows and all? The tree covering, the roof like covering. Okay. And the fiercely independent people of Coorg are fiercely, here means great, independent people. Who are they? They are the people who are staying in Coorg. They are very great. They are very independent, are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. From where actually, what is the origin of the people staying there in Coorg? They are either from Greek or from Arabic descent. As one story goes, so the story about the origin of the people, the author wanted to tell you about first story. One story goes, a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when return became impractical. And some soldiers of Alexander's army, it was very difficult for them to leave that place. They moved towards the southern side, and what did they do? They settled in the southern area. These people married amongst the locals, and their culture is apparent in the martial traditions, marriage and religious rites which are distinct from the Hindu mainstream. The people who are staying where? Staying in the Coorg, you can see the culture of those people, whom the soldiers of Alexander, who settled in that area, they married to the locals there, and their culture is seen in which are the areas? You can see their culture in their martial traditions, in the marriage activities and the religious rites. We can see that is entirely different from whose things, mannerisms, entirely different from the Hindu mainstream. Mainstream means a tradition which most people follow. So, generally the people used to follow the Hindu what tradition, that it is entirely different. The people who are staying in Coorg, their culture is entirely different. And the theory of Arab origin. So, first in the beginning of the chapter, the author said that the people staying in Coorg are from either which origin? Greek origin or Arabic descent. So, he is saying that the theory of Arab origin, that is the Arab origin. How come you can say that? Draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt owned by the Kodavas. So, he is speaking about their dress. So, you can see the dress is given in your textbook itself. What type of dress they are wearing? The long black coat with an embroidered waist belt. Waist belt is also there and known as kufiya. That waist belt is known as kufiya. It resembles the kufiya owned by the Arabs and Kurds. So, he is saying that what is why the author is doubting that their origin is either from the Greek or from the Arabic descent. Why did he say that they are from the Arabic descent? Because of the dress he observed. Their dress resembles to the kufiya owned by the Arabs and the Kurds. Coorgi homes have a tradition of hospitality, and they are more than willing to recount numerous tales of valor related to their sons and fathers. Tales of valor means stories of courage and bravery, usually in war. So, Coorgi homes have a very hospitality, they have tradition of hospitality, and they are ready to tell so many stories related to what? Related to the stories of courage and bravery, isn't it? And the valor related to their sons and fathers. About whom? About their sons and about their fathers. The Coorg regiment is one of the most decorated in their army. In the army also, there is a troop called Coorg regiment. They are also one of the most decorated. Decorated means having received the maximum number of awards for bravery in war. They are famous even in Indian army. And the first chief of the Indian army, General Cariappa, was a Coorgi. So, General Cariappa is also belong to which place? Coorg. Even now, Kodavas are the only people in India permitted to carry firearms without a license. In India, only one group of people can carry their weapon without a license. Who are they? They are the Kodavas. The river Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forest of Coorg, and Maharsir, a large freshwater fish, abound in these waters. Abound means lives in or found. Kingfishers dive for their catch, while squirrels and langurs drop partially eaten fruit for the mischief of enjoying the splash and the ripple effect in the clear water. The splash and the ripple effect in the splash and ripple means rising of the water and its waves in the clear water. Elephants enjoy being bathed and scrubbed in the river by their mahouts. Mahouts means men who control elephants. Mahouts ആന പാപ്പാൻ എന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന പോലെ അവരെയാണ് mahouts എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So clear. The river Kaveri obtains its water from where? From the hills of the forest of Coorg. There is a river fish, fresh water fish is also there. That is called mahasir, and there are a lot of fish are found in these waters. Kingfishers also die for their catch. Squirrels are there, langurs are there. So when we learned the lesson, it said that it's very famous for its rainforest and wild creatures. So we learned about the rainforest. Now it is about the animals in this area. Now the most laid back means at peace individuals become converts. Converts means change to the life of high energy adventure with river rafting. Now the people's lifestyle is changed. Now they are interested in river rafting. That is traveling in a river in a raft. That is a floating platform made by tying planks together. That is the raft. A floating platform made by tying planks together. So they became very adventurous. Where do they do the rafting and all? In the river. And they do canoeing. Canoeing is traveling in a river in a canoe, narrow boat. That is canoeing. And rappelling. Rappelling means going down a cliff by sliding down a rope. With the help of the rope, they used to slide down. That is called rappelling. They are very brave. I told you in the very beginning. Nowadays, they change their lifestyle and they are very busy with river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rope climbing and mountain biking. Numerous walking trails in this region are a favorite with trekkers. Trails means paths created by walking. So numerous people used to come here for what purpose? Sorry, trekking. There are a lot of trekkers are here. Birds, bees and butterflies are there to give you company. Not only the animals are there, even birds are there, bees are there and butterflies are there. And macaques, monkeys, Malabar squirrels, langurs and slender lories. They are also type of monkeys. Keep a watchful eye from the tree canopy. So the trees are becoming like a canopy. So from there they used to watch you. Which are there? Who are there? Bees are there, butterflies are there, different types of monkeys are there in Coorg forest. That is rain forest. I do, however, prefer to step aside for wild elephants. The climb to the Brahmagiri hills brings you into a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape of Coorg. What is the panoramic view means? A view of a wide area of land. So if you climb to which hill? If you climb to the Brahmagiri hill, you can see a beautiful view of that area. An entire misty landscape of Coorg. The landscape is to be completely covered by mist. A walk across the rope bridge leads to the 64-acre island of Nisargadhama. Running into Buddhist monks from the India's largest Tibetan settlement at nearby Bailakupe is a bonus. The monks in red, ochre is a color, and yellow robes are amongst the many surprises that wait to be discovered by visitors searching for the heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. So not only you can see the wild animals and the monkeys and bees etc. They are not only there, you can see the Buddhist monks also there. They are also from India's largest Tibetan settlement. So they are in a particular color dress they used to wear and they used to move around. So you can see all these things if you visit which area? The Coorg. Now let us see, we had already written the question answers of this chapter. Next, see the exercise number 4. Here are some sentences with some words in italics. Find phrases from the text that have the same meaning. The paragraph is mentioned in the brackets. The first one, during monsoons, it rains so heavily that tourists do not visit Coorg. So, here the italics words are that tourists do not visit Coorg. Which word you have to select from the paragraph number 2? That is ports enough to keep many visitors away. What is said? Tourists do not visit Coorg. The same wordings are there in paragraph 2. Ports enough to keep many visitors away. The second one, some people say that Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled there. Some people say that those are the italics phrases. What you have to collect from? The word from paragraph number 3, that is as the story goes. The third one, the Coorg people are always ready to tell stories of their sons and forefathers' valor. So, there it is from paragraph number 4, more than willing to recount numerous. More than willing to recount numerous. Next, fourth one, even people who normally lead an easy and slow life get smitten by the high energy adventure sports of Coorg. Most laid back individuals became converts. Even people who normally lead an easy and slow life get smitten by the high energy adventure. Which are the high energy adventures we learn? River rafting, isn't it? Mountaineering, trekking, isn't it? So, here that's not concerned. Here the words in italics are who normally led an easy and slow life. Normally lead an easy and slow life. Most laid back individuals became converts. Next one, the theory of the Arab origin is supported by the long coat with embroidered waist belt they wear. There you have to write the word supported by the long coat. Draws support from the. Draws support from the. Next is macaques, Malabar squirrels observe you carefully from the tree canopy. Observe you carefully. Keep a watchful eye. Next is thinking about language. Collocations are there. Here are some nouns from the text. They are culture, monks, surprise, experience, weather, tradition. What you have to do is, you have to write the nouns that can collocate with which of the adjectives given below. The first one is done for you, that is culture, unique culture, ancient culture. Next one is monks. You can write serious, unique, all these words can be used. Surprise, terrible surprise, sudden surprise. Experience, unique experience, terrible experience, unforgettable experience. Weather, terrible weather, unique weather. Next, tradition, unique tradition, ancient tradition. Next exercise, complete the following phrases from the text. For each phrase, can you find at least one other word that would fit into the blank? Tales of valor. Second one, coastal town. Third one, a piece of heaven. Fourth one, evergreen rainforest. Fifth one, coffee plantations. Sixth one, rope bridge. Seventh one, wild elephants. We can even add river beds, hilly areas, smooth plains, adventure sports. That's the end of the lesson. You read, and if you have any doubts, you can contact me. Now we will begin with the workbook. Workbook, page number 20. I had given you the homework, that is the comprehension passage. First exercise, complete the sentences given by choosing the most appropriate word or phrase. The answer is, the occasion of the speech of Sardar Patel here is a convocation address at a university. Second one, Patel feels that future generation will heap curses on us if we fail to protect the corrupt people in public life. Third one, the first and foremost thing Patel stressed to be done is to make the country strong and united. Fourth one major characteristic of university education, as Sardar Patel believes, is character. What did Patel not mean when he said, you have to realize that India has to attain its rightful place in the Committee of Nations? Tick the right answer. That is B, choice B, group of nations with wage war against other. Next, sixth one, India abounds in the resources of nature and manpower means India's natural resources and population are a great resource. Seventh one, what is the greatest danger for India as Patel believes in his speech? Here the answers given are not correct. It is none. The real danger of India, as Patel believes, is its disunity. Next one, complete the following statement based on your understanding of Patel's speech. The first and the foremost duty of the young nation is to make the foundation of its hard-earned freedom strong and unassailable so that nation may become strong and great. We should try to stand on our own feet. The young nation can preserve its hard-earned freedom only when it remains united. The next page you have to do the phrases. I hope you had made sentences using the words given here. The next one, second one, that is you have to write mention about the freedom and the responsibility. I will give you one or two examples. Freedom is attained after such a bitter and sustained struggle. Responsibility, you have also to think whether you have done everything to deserve freedom. One example I had same way you have to fill it. Next is you may have written up at least 7 to 8 words for each keyword. Using the words, write at least 5 sentences describing freedom and responsibility. Freedom is not free. One example is given. Second one I will tell you, freedom was attained after struggle. Having attained freedom, we have not attained everything. Next, freedom has to be nursed and nourished. Now you write, we had written about freedom. Now you write one about responsibility. No time for controversies. Stand on your own feet. Very cautious. You have to be very cautious and on guard. Character is the most important thing as far as the responsibility is concerned. So this is the homework. I hope you had done it. If those who had done, you please cross check with the answers. Next homework I had given you in 2 stories about flying. That's also page number 36. Complete the box narrating the story in the correct sequence. That is, you have to read the story given and you have to complete it. The first one is given there. Then the arrow goes to the second one. One of the young women dressed in seal skin carried a little Pekingese dog in her lap. Next, third one, the conductor threatened that the bus would not move until the dog was brought out. Next one, the ladies didn't budge. Other passengers sided with the women. The fifth one is given there. You have to write the sixth one. They reported to the police, but the policemen were helpless as the rules were with the conductor. The next one, the sealskin lady declared that she would not go on the top. The conductor was adamant. That's the end. Next, you have to make adverbs. Angry, angrily, vague, vaguely, indignant, indignantly, threatening, threateningly, hurry, hurriedly. The other exercise we had done. Now, the next exercise I had given you for homework, that is page number 40. Unscramble the following sentences to make meaningful ones. The C one. The first one is Amelia Earhart, who was an American aviator, set many flying records. Second one, she became the first woman to fly the Atlantic Ocean solo. Next, third one, during a flight in July 1937 to circumnavigate the globe, Earhart disappeared somewhere over the Pacific. Fourth one, her plane wreckage was never found and she was officially declared lost at sea. Fifth one, her disappearance remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Now, editing I asked you to do, that is only the capital letters, commas and full stops to edit this paragraph. In some parts of our country, there are frequent reports about unidentified flying objects which people claim to have seen flying in the sky. After sky, you have to put the comma, and which are believed to be spaceships carrying aliens from other planets. There it is, full stop. Then some, S is capital. Some people have given evidences to support their observations, full stop. Next line, that is they, T capital. They said that they have found mysterious objects in paddy fields. Some others, after seeing a film on space, comma, said that they had seen unusual objects flying in the sky, full stop. Public panicked. There were arguments and discussions all over the country. Police were on red alert, full stop. Many community centers were established, full stop. Next line, people, P capital. People become more vigilant, full stop. Next, gradually, G capital. Gradually, the number of sightings reduced. That's the end of the editing. Now, next, you take the Diary of Annie Frank. This is the new lesson we have to do today. You have to do the reading comprehension. There are two reading comprehensions. First one and the second one. That is text 1 and text 2. You have to do it. And the exercise you have to do. Because if I do, there is no use. This is a practice exercise for you. So, next class we will discuss the answers. Now, you take the vocabulary. Choose a word or expression that completes each of the following sentences. One has been done for you. I can tell you the plan because I don't know about it. The answer is given. The second one should learn to defend oneself. The answer is oneself. C, the girls who were, which is the answer, who were helping you were probably Rahul's friends. D, these dresses belong to you. I am sure they are yours. The fire caused serious damage to the group of houses. Last one, the board was concerned about plans for the tournament. What's the answer? Concerned about. Next, grammar. You take, it is idiomatic expression. Idiomatic expressions are given below. What you have to do is, you have to find out the meanings and make sentences. I will give you the meanings, you have to make sentences. All is fair in love and war means no one cares for fair or foul in love and war. Second one, icing on the cake. That means additional honor. Additional honor. Next one, call the shots. Call the shots means to be the person who controls the situation. Chalk and cheese means completely different. Raining cats and dogs means to be raining heavily. Breaking the ice means breaking the silence or warming up. You have to make sentences using this idiomatic expressions. Next, exercise, fill in the blanks using the contracted forms of the verbs. One example has been done for you. This is a beautiful flower. Is not it? Isn't it? You should not eat so much. You shouldn't eat so much. Shouldn't eat so much. Second one, they have written the story. Haven't they written the story? Third one, let us go watch a movie. Shouldn't we go watch a movie? Next one, he did not play tennis. He didn't play tennis. I could not find my friend in the crowd. I couldn't find my friend in the crowd. Here is your bag. Isn't it your bag? The next, I would get him. Wouldn't I get him? They are not rich. They aren't rich. Next, fill in the blanks with phrasal verbs given below. You all know what is a phrasal verb? Verb plus a preposition. You have to change the tense of the verbs wherever required. First one, Suhasini wanted to broke with her mother to the bookshop. Broke down with her mother to the bookshop. Her mother came back home very late. She said that her car, first one is go out. Suhasini wanted to go out with her mother to the bookshop. Her mother came back home very late. She said that her car broke down on the way back. She had to look for a mechanic. Fourth one, she dashed several apps for roadside assistance. She checked out several apps for roadside assistance, but then found out that her internet was not working. I hope you understood. Once again, I will repeat. The first one is go out. Second one is broke down. Third one is look for. Fourth one is checked out. Fifth one is found out. Next, editing. Read this quote from Max Muller. There are errors in the text. Find out the errors and write the correct word in the space provided. If I was asked under what sky the human mind, here was is incorrect if I were asked. Next, has most fully developed some for its choices gifts. Some for is incorrect, of. Has most deeply pondered on is incorrect, over, pondered over. Of life and has find solutions, no, find is incorrect, found is correct. Well deserve the attention even of them or even those who have. Them is incorrect. The correct answer is even of those who have studied Plato and Kant. I should point it to India. Point it, I should point, P-O-I-N-T. And if I were to ask me, me is incorrect, myself. We who have, it is not has is incorrect. The correct one is have. Of the thoughts of Greeks and Romans and of the Semitic race, the Jewish may draw the corrective which is most want in order to make our inner life more perfect. Here, want is incorrect, wanted, most wanted in order to make our inner life more perfect, more comprehensive and more universal. In fact, most truly, they are most truly. So, most truly is wrong. More truly human a life. That is the end of this editing. That's over. The next lesson is 100 dresses. There also the reading comprehension. So, there are 3 comprehensions you have to do. There are two of them are there. First part and the second part. You do these 2 and next we are going to do the vocabulary in page number 63. Match the words in list A with their meanings in list B. First one is physicist. Who is a physicist? One who specializes in the branch of science which deals with the nature and properties of matter and energy such as heat, light, etc. Second one, cosmologist. Cosmologist is a scientist who studies the origin and nature of the universe. Next, third one, proficient. Proficient is someone proficient and skilled in doing something. Next one, genuine. Genuine is one who is sincere, honest and truthful. Next exercise, find one word substitutions for the following expressions. So, in next exercise we can do it in the next class. So, you have sufficient exercise for the homework, that is 4 passages are there. So, 1 week is there, you can do it. Please, if you have any doubts we can discuss in the next class. Thank you.